Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to the BulbaSquad. So, today we're going to be talking about the PSA population report. So, before any of you click off, I am going to go a little more in depth into it, but for those of you who have never heard of the POP report, don't know how to read it, don't know where to find it, I'm going to give you a quick introduction. So, real easy. Go to Google, type in PSA POP report. It's going to pop it up immediately. Now, whenever you want to find a set, typically the easiest way to do it is you are going to enter the year in which that set was introduced. So let me pull one up right here. Here we go. So this is the Japanese one. 2018 Japanese Sun and Moon. Ultra Shiny GX. Type that in. You'll scroll through it until you find the Pokemon you're looking for. Their number isn't going to be exact usually because PSA kind of enters them weirdly. Now when you do that, you're going to see the little grades like 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up to 10. And it's going to show you the number underneath it, and that's the POP report, okay? You might see 8.5s, 9.5s, usually not very many of them, but sometimes you will see them. And that is how you will navigate the PSA POP report. It'll be some trial and error. It doesn't always work. PSA system isn't the best. So, alright, now that we're done with that, here's the actual bulk of the video. I wanted to teach you guys, PSA POP report is more than just a population report. PSA POP report is a tool for 1, gauging interest in a card, 2, being able to tell the difficulty to grade, and 3, using all of the information you already know in tandem without external sources to try and make an educated move on the market. So, first, the POP report does not simply mean population, it means popularity. Okay, let me repeat that. The POP report also doubles as a popularity report. Perfect example right here. Here, I have a 2014 Japanese XY Mega Absol EX from Battle Festa. May not look the best, but you can see it well enough. That does not have very many in the POP report for 2 reasons. 1, it isn't exactly an easy card to find in the regard that no one cared for it. And 2, there's just not very much interest in it. Why? That Mega Absol EX isn't a main set. No one cares about it. That thing just has the stamp. That's the main gimmick. And in that case, that is a perfect example of popularity reports. People aren't grading it because, again, Absol isn't a god tier Pokemon. This is a really obscure thing. If you really want the card, you're just going to go buy from the set for way cheaper, as opposed to getting the stamped one. That's a perfect example of the popularity version of it. And here we go. Charizard. This is my substitutes. For the English one, the Charizard has thousands in the graded population report. Even though it's extremely common, the prices are high. That is because the Charizard obviously is popular. That's how you can apply it. Keep that in mind. There's a difference between a card like University Magikarp having a very low population, or would it be a good one? Take any form of common from any set, especially an XY era, no one's going to care. Just because it's a 1 of 1 doesn't mean it's going to have any form of worth. Alright, so keep that in mind. Just because there's not very many out there in the population report doesn't mean it's popular and people care for it. Remember, perfect example would be, what was it? That stupid Charizard GX from the Hidden Fates tins. Why are people grading that? It's not hard to grade, not hard to get. You can get it easily, and you can't really move it. It's garbage. Okay. Now, next to what I was going to be talking about. The difficulty to grade a card. So, the population report is perfect for this. You can see the 10, the 9, and in my opinion, you should also include PSA 8s. Why? Just go look at Battle Styles. Better yet, go look at Chilling Crane. Those cards come pre-built to be PSA 7s or 8s. They are pre-damaged for you, fresh off the printers. You can pull pack fresh 8s, possibly even 7s, but I prefer to cut the line at 8s. Take those 3 levels of grade, those 3 grades, and then start to figure out how the percentages work. Figure out, alright, what's my rough percentage chance of getting the 10? If you find it's really difficult to get to 10, do more digging. Figure out, is it because this set was super old? Is that why? Or is it this is simply a hard card to grade? Perfect example. I believe it's XY Flash Fire. The Shiny Charizard or the Mega Charizard is extremely difficult to grade. You can send in. No, it was Plasma Storm. Yeah, I believe it was Plasma Storm. I'm not sure anymore. Sorry, completely lost my train of thought. But if you go through sets, you will find some cards are very difficult to grade. Perfect example, I definitely know this one, is the Typhlosion from Neo Genesis. Incredibly difficult to grade. It's infamous for it. You can use that to start pinpointing other things that have higher levels of difficulty to grade. Now, another big thing. If you use that in tandem with the popularity of a Pokemon, you can actually try to make some pretty educated moves. What I mean by that is, there was a poll taken not that long ago, I think it was a few years ago now, where they were measuring the popularity of Pokemon on Google according to who likes it, what Pokemon was the favorite. Believe it or not, Greninja was number one. Now, does that mean all Greninja cards are going to be stocks? No, absolutely not. It means that there's a possibility that in the future, Greninja will be a card that is more sought after. Now, if you decide to go digging through the sets, go into XY, find where the first true Greninja Chase card was, then maybe you find there's not that many graded out there. Okay, that's interesting. How about the East grade? What's the percentage chance? And you find it's actually kind of difficult. Even better. It's even better for you. Now you have information. You know what set it is. You know Greninja is a liked Pokemon right now, which if it's liked right now, we don't know if it's adults or children voting in it. They don't obviously disclose that. You can then make the gamble saying, okay, if they like it now, maybe they'll like it more in a few years and Greninja will hold more value down the line. And you can make some form of educated decision, as opposed to simply going forward thinking, well, I like this Pokemon. I am going to invest in said Pokemon, and I am going to make money. Because not everyone likes what you like. Perfect example, Stakataka. Pretty sure none of you have ever know that Pokemon. Well, it is this thing. This disgusting... I don't even know what it is. It's disgusting. It's like a cinder block. Who cares? Stakataka has 189 graded PSA 10s and 59 9s. No one cares about that Pokemon, honestly. It is graded because either one, we had a bunch of Timmies who were trying to flip them, or two, people actually liked the Pokemon and decided to do that, so the supply is matching the demand. Do not mistake the population for popularity, okay? Do not make the mistake that it's just an underrated item. Popularity is also driving that. For the Greninja, you can even kind of see that there is some demand. Greninja and the Hinfates. I'm using all the Hinfates right now because everyone knows it. We can all relate, as opposed to if I start digging into old WotC sets, I'll lose some of you guys. And in PSA 10, the Greninja has 522. So it has about 2.5 times more than Stakataka. And for PSA 9, it has 304. That is roughly 6 times more than Stakataka. So as you can tell, there's clearly more favoritism there. So if you guys are really debating, trying to invest kind of like that, looking for what's popular, trying to really look down the line, because you've decided that's what you want to do, this would probably be the best way of doing it. Making calculated risks. So you'll want to combine all of that, and that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me sum it up for you guys, just in case I lost you. First, pop report is also a popularity report. Do not get those mixed up. Remember, low pop does not equal underrated. It may just be low popularity, then supply and demand are equal. Make sure you keep an eye on the difficulty to grade. If it is extremely easy to grade, it can flood the market. Perfect example, if you want to worry about something that might potentially actually hit the market plenty, you could look at Fossil and Jungle. Compare, because, okay, it's kind of difficult to grade the 10, but there's a lot of them out there. Whereas if you look at a Skyridge, even if it has a 50% chance of grading a 10, there's not that many Skyridge boxes out there. You gotta bring outside knowledge into it and really start to put it all together yourself and be willing to make mistakes. That's okay. It's part of learning. Once you get really a lot better at it, you're then going to be able to do a lot more stuff with this knowledge. And lastly, use this information in tandem with what you see out there. Use Google polls and stuff, that the popularity poll that Google took, if you want to. Use that in tandem with everything else and then decide maybe some areas are going to be underrated. Maybe there's opportunity here and there. It's not easy. Why? Because there's an ocean of cards and you have a finite amount of time. But if you're really willing to put in the work and look, you can find some really good stuff out there. There are things that, keep in mind, people worry about the Hidden Fates Charizard, right? Hidden Fates Charizard, there's a ton of them out there. There's no way it's going to be worth all that much and the price is going to drop. Keep in mind, there are 2,805 tens. This CD Charizard, granted there's 22 years difference between this. This CD Charizard has 5,372 in 10. So more than double of what the Hidden Fates Charizard does. This CD Charizard, I believe he might still be a grand because people loved him so much. So don't worry at such a crazy amount always. Sometimes, so long as it's not something that is already being so hyped up that the prices are peaking out, it has potential. If it's really calm, if the prices have stabilized plenty, and you do your due diligence and you see there's opportunity, you may be right. Remember, I don't believe this is the peak of the hobby. I think we're still going to grow. I don't know if some of these cards will ever hit the peak again. Maybe this is the last time you will see some cards at some of these prices. But that's why we gotta be smarter about it. So, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.